Greetings and welcome to the final lesson of CS195 web development. This one's called Show Me the Money. It's going to be kind of a overview, showing you kind of what you can do with JavaScript. So if you follow along, build on building, this is a great time to pause, do what you need to do so you can follow along and build this whole entire thing. So we have just a very little bit of setup for this. Pretty much just putting everything here. We're also going to show you that you can paste all of your code in a second file. So I'm going to add a new file and call it myjs.js, just like I said. And now all we're going to write in this is just JavaScript. Just straight JavaScript. I don't need to add the script tags or anything. It's already there. And we're going to be able to put it all down, all of our code over here. It means we're going to be flipping back and forth a lot, but our code's going to be a little bit more organized. So I'm going to try to increase the size of this a little bit. Now we're going to build a few things. We need to add an image and a button, and then we're going to keep working with this as we go. So a lot of it's going to be divs and then changing styles, and then we're going to add CSS as we go. So if you need a pause, replay, whatever you need to do to stay with this, by all means. But let's go ahead and start with a div. Let's go ahead and give it an ID equal to money1. Under that div, we're going to go ahead and add a button. So we go button and give it an ID as well. We're going to call it show money. And then we're going to say show me the money. And again, this is centered because of the text I already have in here. Alright, so we got to set up to do our first piece. We want to click this and have it show us money, right? Click this and show us money. So we could put a blank image in here. We could also enter HTML this. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually put an image in here, and then I'm just going to hide this. So let's go ahead and do hashtag money1, because showing and hiding is a pretty useful feature as we go through and as you do stuff. I'm going to save myself some space real quick. You don't have to do this, but that's just going to give us some more space so we don't have to scroll up and down as much. So we already selected it, so it's display none. Alright, so even when we add a photo to this, we're not actually going to see it yet. So let's add the image tag in here. Give ourselves some space. And src equals. And let's go find some money real quick. And we'll give an alt money. And then we may or may not need to have to give me. So I'm just going to find one, right click, copy image address. Now we have the money. We're going to paste that into source. Again, it's not going to show up, so we're going to see what happens when we actually run this. So now we need to go over, and this is where you need to remember a lot of what you had. So we have ID money1 and ID show money. All right, so we need to listen to show money because we're listening to the button, and we need to change or display money1. So let's go ahead and start working on that. First thing we're going to do is add the event listener. Get element by ID show money, all right, because that was the button. Add event listener. And there's two pieces to this. What are we listening for, in quotes, and then what are we running? So let's go ahead and listen for a click. And we're going to do show money. And we click on this. We're not going to do anything. It's actually technically probably getting an error right now because there's no show money. So let's create that function. Function show money. Oops. All right. So now if we do this, still not doing anything, but it shouldn't be giving us any errors. So let's go ahead and we were going to display that first one, money one, right? So we do this all in one line, document dot get element by ID money one dot style. Remember, this has two features because if we tell it we're going to change the style, we can't just put dot display. It's a style, so we do style dot display equals block, and that'll just bring it back to us. So we can. This should do it, right? There we go. We click show money, and it shows the image. Now again, we could have done inner HTML of money one and added a picture. We could have did the create a whole entire element and then append child to money one. But a lot of times it's easier just to hide what you want to hide, have it all there, hide it, and then show it. It just depends what you're doing. But we also want to do a couple things. I want this button to go away, and then I want another button to show up. So we're going to go ahead and set ourselves up with a little bit more information. So I'm going to add another div. Whoa. A div. And then I'm going to add another button. So button ID equals more money. More, we're going to have it say more money as well. And we are also going to display, not display this as well. So hashtag more. Actually, let's go ahead for ease. I'm going to give this a class. I'm going to give this a class because we're going to start off hidden. Class equals hide. And we'll give this one a class of hide too. Class equals, we still need the ID because we still need to select them so we can show and hide them later. But let's just do dot hide. There we go. So now this div goes away right away. This button's going to go away, and then when we fill this up as well, it's gonna go away. So we have show me the money, more money, but this is hidden. So when we click it, we need to make this one go away and then show this. So let's go ahead, and then we already have this one. So let's go document dot ID show money style dot display equals none. Again, this is hiding this button right here, but we need to show the other button or we won't be able to go forward. So let's paste this, and remember it's called more money. So more money and the style display block. Alright, so this should already be working. We should click this, it will show the money, it will hide this, and then show the other button. So let's see if that works. Alright, so that hid, more money shows up, it's not programmed to do anything, and we have the money. So let's go ahead, show more money, right? So we're going to do another. Get out of it. This time we're going to listen for the more money, which again, it's not even here now, right? We have it hidden, so there's no way for us to run this yet. And we'll just call this more money as our thing. We'll enter a couple times, and then pretty much we're going to do a lot of this. So I'm going to copy this, and actually we're just actually going to use one of it. So paste it, more money, right? More money, and we want to then make it show more money. All right. We don't need it. Yep, we'll make it. This one is already away. That's fine. Let's leave that away. So we're going to show money, and we're going to hide more money. So remember, none will hide it. So what I just did was when you click on the more money button, it's going to hide this button, but it's going to show another one. We're going to call it money 2. Money 2. So right now that's not really going to do anything. I have something in here. More money. More money. Click more money. All right, so we'll work on this in a little bit, but so money 2, and maybe, oh, it's probably just breaking right here. All right, so let's make money 2. All right, so div ID equals money 2, and let's go ahead and give it that class again, class of hide, because we don't want it to show up. So we're gonna add an image into it, and we want it to not be there. So again, at the image tag, image src equals quotes, alt equals quotes, and the tag, we have a full tag here, and we'll put this as more money, and let's go find another image. I like this one, I find it humorous, so let's copy image, and then full screen this. Again, pause if you need more time to find yourself some money, and then come back when you need to. Alright, so again, we're not going to see this until we click a few things. Right? If we look at our JavaScript, the first time it's going to show our first one, show money. It's going to hide this one and show the next button. Alright, so show the next button. When we click this one, it's going to show the other money, and then it's going to go ahead and make this one disappear. So now we have a bunch of money and no more buttons. So our final task is when we click on the second money, and now we should already have everything out there. We don't have to create anything else. When we click on the second money, it's going to hide everything and go back to the original. So it's created essentially a little loop for ourselves. So we need to add an event listener for money 2. So I'm going to go ahead and paste this. Remember, it's money 2. That's the name of the second element. So money 2. We're going to hide money, right? That's the goal of this, so let's give it a good name. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy this because there's a lot that we need to do. So we'll first rename this to hide money. Hide money. Money 1 is going away, right? No money 1. Show money, that's the original button. We want that to come back now, right? That was hidden after the first one, so we want that one to come back. More money needs to hide. And then we still need to copy one more of these. I'm just going to paste it right under it because it's like the sister of it. So money 2 needs to go away. So we'll hide both the pictures. And then we're going to go ahead and show this first button and then hide the other button. And we've created a little loop. Show me the money, more money, click on the COVID money, and it starts it all over again, right? If we click on anything out of the ordinary, right, nothing's going to happen. It is a nice little self-fulfilling loop. And that's a nice little way to show and hide money. We practice getting elements and then changing styles, creating these functions. So this is a good, nice little thing on how to do a lot of things that you can do for yourself. So with that, that's the end of that little presentation. Have a good one, and I hope you learned a lot this class.